If Nicolas Maduro stands trial in America, he pleaded not guilty in court today, evidence from Colorado could be part of that case. President Trump referenced the activity of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua in Colorado as part of the rationale for the U.S. capture of Maduro. Trump has said the remaining Maduro regime must now turn over Venezuela's oil, or there will be more attacks. Colorado saw an influx of Venezuelan migrants in 2022 and 2023, people fleeing violence there and looking for economic opportunity. Those who stayed could see their pending asylum cases impacted by the Trump administration now claiming it runs Venezuela. Our Angeline McCall has that.
Many Venezuelans across the world have mixed emotions. Some immigration attorneys have their own.
Well, this has implications for domestic immigration policy that are pretty profound.
Hans Meyer says he questions what the federal government will do with pending asylum cases for immigrants from Venezuela.
But it does throw into chaos and uncertainty most of the applications that have been filed, because I would imagine that the federal government may begin to argue that because Maduro is no longer in power, the circumstances in Venezuela have changed.
When people have cited fears of political violence, Meyer worries the U.S. government will say that's no longer a valid fear.
I would imagine the administration is going to argue because Maduro is no longer the president, that the circumstances in Venezuela have changed.
And while the biggest uncertainty is what's next for hundreds of thousands of pending cases, experts say the Trump administration may use it as an opportunity to negotiate more deportation returns.
I could see the Trump administration seeking to tie its domestic immigration policy agenda to the regime change in Venezuela and future negotiations about what that country looks like and what the specific governing policies are, whether good or bad.
Meyer says if you are worried about pending cases for yourself or loved ones, this would be the time to check in with your lawyer or consult with one, especially for those who are more recent arrivals from Venezuela specifically.
So for the folks who are trying to claim in their cases that they have a credible fear of political violence or political retaliation, Maduro's gone, but his people are still in charge in Venezuela.
Exactly. I think there's a lot of questions as to what this really means, right? Is this really just a leadership shuffle? What does this actually mean for the future of the country? Will people still have those same fears that they had when they came here? Will they actually be elevated? Could they be lessened? Those are all sorts of questions that will be asked during these types of asylum case process. Now, with that being said, some people may have a stronger case and other people may have, sort of weakened cases due to whatever the nature is of their particular background and story.
It's intended to be very individual. All right,
Exactly.
Angeline McCall, thank you.